from his duty with Argentina at the Copa America. Christian Eriksen's there, and intriguingly, Joshua Zirkzee, the Dutch striker, who's been brought in from Bologna, waiting to make his United debut here. So maybe plenty to look forward to as the sun streams down at the start of the second half here. Haaland gets a rare touch. Foot up and penalised. Johnny Evans underlines the point by holding his head for a moment.
Yeah, the running room has been a problem for Haaland because Manchester United have tended to go quite deep defensively. So it leaves room for those balls in behind.
To underline how big a win it was for Manchester United in the cup final against City. Excluding penalty shootouts, City had gone 44 games unbeaten before that game. With a perfectly judged pass to Fernandes.
Sun's out now.
For Rashford. Lovely impudent flip. Rashford takes on a Kanji. Still got it. Kobe Mainu again trying to pick that up.
Yeah, of course, Rico Lewis is always looking to kind of drift centrally, and Akanji was left on his own to deal with this, and I must admit, he stood up to it pretty well.
Marcus Rashford, only 7 Premier League goals in 30 appearances last season. The season before that, he got 30 in all competitions. So the goals are there if he can hit the top form. You'd like to see him out there looking like he's enjoying it a bit more, wouldn't you, really, this season?
Well, by all accounts, his attitude is very different in training, according to his manager, and that he's set on ensuring he does add goals to the application we're now seeing.
He's always going to be a talking point. He has to live with that on the stage. Indeed, Manchester United themselves have to look at the fact that there is always something of a soap opera going on and a debate about where they are. Where they want to be is somewhere better than last season, or most recent seasons, in fact.
I think the pressure is always on top 4. That's the target.
Rico Lewis. On to Joško Vardiol. McAtee's a languid presence with a lovely left foot in that playmaking role today. Pep Guardiola has already said publicly he will be part of our squad this season. Given away by Kanji to Kobe Mainu. Johnny Evans towards Mason now. Can Mount rediscover the Chelsea form from earlier on in his career when he was an England regular. Big year for him, I think. Massive year.
I think he's still searching for his niche in this team.
Slightly loose towards Mainu. He just managed to get there in the nick of time. There's Maguire, none the worse for that injury in the first half, and now Johnny Evans. Again, they're looking for that big, long crossfield ball into the space, but Ahmed Diallo wouldn't have had too much of a chance with that one.
No, it took a deflection.
Kovacic. Manchester City will be in the Champions League again this season. Manchester United's FA Cup win means they do get a place in the Europa League. Had they lost in May here, there would have been no European football at all. Picked up here by Nico O'Reilly. He's just overrun it at the crucial moment. Allow Martinez.
Oh, no.
Broke from Acatino. Here's McAtee. Stopped by Gallo.
Both of them heavy touches.
Mount goes down. United get a free kick.
It's pretty clear from Diaz.
United, as they did in the FA Cup final, playing with no recognised striker, just using Mount and Fernandes furthest forward. You wouldn't put it any stronger than that. You're really just playing as attacking midfielders, aren't they?
They are. Yeah, and it has an experimental look about it.
When do the Phillies play?
There's nothing.
The Phillies take on the Diamondbacks at 8:10
that's
p.m.
working a treat for them.
It'll be different with other assignments, particularly next Friday at home to Fulham, when you would expect they will have a recognised. Maybe Xerxes, we'll see. I think Rashford will stay on the left. He likes it better there, doesn't he?
Yeah, agreed. And I mean, they're covered centrally once everybody's fit now. So I think Rashford will continue to operate on that flank.
Right, was not quite right, and Dallo's able to pick it up. Casemiro looking to thread the ball through the gap. It wasn't really too much of a gap. It wasn't even big enough. McAtee,
No.
Dockers,
No.
man always cutting inside. They know he's going to do that. Casemiro was in exactly the right place. Lovely turn by Fernandes.
Bad ball.
Just didn't have quite enough juice on it.
It was a great turn, but he actually just cut across the ball and didn't get enough behind it to hit his man. And the apologetic arm is raised.
Bruno Fernandes created more chances on the stats than any other player in the Premier League last season.
Just looking at possible changes for Pep. I mean, De Bruyne and Silva. Just those two alone might give it a serious shake-up.
And it's Bernardo Silva's 30th birthday as well, so he will want to run out. I suspect he's going to get one. Because the sports scientists have a big say in all this. What level of fitness the players have reached so far, etc., etc. Game time's important too, isn't it? For them to get them sharp. Another lovely ball. Oh, and beautifully done!
Oh!
Bruno Fernandes but the flag's up. I think he knew that. Hence the subdued celebration.
Yeah, well, I must admit that I raised my microphone as soon as I saw him make the run because I thought he just timed it wrongly. But once he came inside, this is the kind of magic this guy can produce. He was very influential in Manchester United's FA Cup win, and almost.
Did look offside on the cut of the grass, didn't it? Both of us had that feeling. Beautifully hit by Bruno Fernandes. We'll double check it, of course they will.
Yo, hello, how are you? Welcome to the channel. Please take a look at my latest Blink 182 playlist. There's a whole bunch of playlists if you would like to check them out. I'm just watching. I can't legally show you the game on TV, but you can hear it. Thank you for stopping in.
Yeah, there's going to be a red revival in Manchester this season. You have a feeling he'll be at the heart of it.
Read.
Do.
Manchester United needs some devilish intent. He can provide it.
Diallo got an important touch there. Casemiro crowded out. McAtee. Nice.
Did that go off the damn ref?
O'Reilly to Haaland. Haaland trying to find O'Reilly.
No!
And then McAtee from range. There's a long way
Shutting
to go.
Haaland down. Shutting Haaland down.
Heavy touches, not quite capitalising.
I mean, normally we associate Manchester City with technical brilliance. It's not quite been the case. And even with Haaland, I thought he might just kind of try and unleash on his left foot. And instead,
He should
he's
have.
looking for that.
I mean, he would have made the goal. It's Haaland. That man can do
The
anything, bro.
brave man who bets against him being the Premier League's top scorer again this season, though. He's been top scorer both the seasons in Manchester. In fact, his record reads 63 goals in 66 Premier League games.
Yeah.
No! No! What are you doing?
Doku. They know which way he's going, and this time they've managed to shut the door on him. Fernandes
Go.
again. Is Rashford.
Go.
Let me take over, says Fernandes. Takes a teachable pass to Ahmed Diallo. Ahmed squaring it. Well defended by O'Reilly, getting back to help his defence, a 19-year-old. Here's Ahmed again. They're going to cut him on that left foot. Fernandes with the early ball. Nearly could City out.
Get that corner kick, baby.
Authority on the game. He's at the hub of everything Manchester United are trying to bring to their City rivals in this second half. He was probably a bit too quick than the rest of his teammates on that one.
Ha da 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 da.
Manchester United growing into this game after their slow start.
So basically what I can do, I can actually just... So if I want to edit my title in the middle of streaming, you go to Vivid IQ, and that shit will fucking put a title for you to get... Shoot! Had it!
Up towards Maguire again. He won it, couldn't feed it into the path of Johnny.
I am live right now on YouTube.
We will get several changes.
We are live on YouTube.
There's 4 players coming on here.
Here we go. Man City. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4 substitutions?
One of them there, wearing number 43, Toby Collier.
86 up, baby. Hey, gonna get a lot more views. Thank you, everybody, for being here in this. Please sub, like, comment, and do whatever you want. I appreciate it, no matter what.
Scott McTominay, there's Garnacho, another teenager to score in the
Generate.
FA Cup final.
Here we go. We are in the second half of this.
In an FA Cup final ever.
And grab your snacks, ladies and gentlemen. Grab your snacks. It should not take this long to generate a fucking goddamn thumbnail.
So we'll get you up to date with all these substitutions, 6 of which are allowed. Garnacho's going out to the right
Now,
side.
you did not fail. No.
Collier fitting into central midfield.
Thank you. Christ.
No change yet for Manchester City. Is Nico O'Reilly.
Get the ball. Don't let Man City go up there.
The touch was a bit on the heavy side. United able to cut it out and look for one of their swift counters. Dallo's got a left back. Martinez has gone into central defence to join Johnny Evans. Maguire.
Long ball.
Covered by this carpet.
Long ball.
Taking it easy with him, making sure he's right for next Friday. He's been taken out of the action.
Long ball.
Also on the Uruguayan winger, Facundo Pelistri.
All right. Enough of that shit, bro. What the hell was that all about? Like, I mean, I know it's football, but no. Yeah, too much, man.
This high press from Manchester United here. City beat it well, though.
Not sure I've ever seen Ederson flustered.
Here we go. Ah! Get him!
Better distributing the ball with their foot than him.
I think we're going to see a Manchester City response to the Manchester United substitutions.
Ruben Diaz, Costa Manuel Akanji. Etihad made an interesting little run there through the centre, not quite picked up. Instead, it's Doku. Didn't want to cross it with the left foot. This time he does go on the outside. That caught out Pelistri. McAtee, could be something here for Manchester City. If they can find half a yard of space, they can't. Vardy can hit them. It wasn't a million miles away, but I think.
Just be a little worried about Pelistri. The fact that he's now got to face Doku, and he's more attack. He's more attacking as a player as opposed to defence. So I think Doku might fancy his chances.
A couple of City substitutions coming up. I noticed in the Premier League.
Oh, I turned it off.
Pep Guardiola doesn't often use the 5 substitutes he's allowed. Sometimes it's only a couple, in fact. All that's going on over the far side. I think Nico O'Reilly gets a pat from the manager. He's coming off. Lachis Nunes, the Portuguese international, coming into midfield. And then comes Sabio, as he was known all the time he was playing in Spain last season. So I think we'll stick to that. The Girona left winger, sometimes called Sabinho. So on to make his debut. He was involved in the Copa America with Brazil. Hence his non-appearance on the US tour. At times he was electric for Girona last season.
Well, that's the life of a wide player. Can either be the best thing on the pitch, sometimes not necessarily the best.
Let's see.
Scored 9 goals and had 10 assists in La Liga last season. How about that?
That's good.
McAtee for Haaland. Released by Evans, who did pretty well to force him a little wider. Here's Savio's first involvement. No way through. United have defended pretty well, and they're looking to counter quickly there. Fernandes linking with Garnacho. McTominay's made a run forward as well. Look at the red shirts. Here is McTominay. Bounce wasn't kind. City got back.
Nunes' fresh legs enabled him to just get back and have a little jostle with McTominay, and just see it deflect off him.
It's McAtee again. Nunez. Savio. City fans probably getting their first glimpse of him. They like that. And Nunez couldn't quite get the cross in. Savio's corner. Off on another of those runs. He did well there, dug out across. 2, and on the back post, Savio was looking for a debut goal. That'll be a free kick. Well, by Garnacho's upset by it, but I don't think there was too much arguing with that one.
I just wonder whether Kovacic was just a bit too clever in playing for it.
Savio again, much involved.
Come on, man.
And got his cross away as well. It was a really good one. Lisandro Martinez, so alert there, quickly in to cover the danger.
Just injected an air of hope, hasn't he, Savio?
Pretty good first 5 minutes in a City shirt, hasn't it?
Not bad in a Manchester derby.
So they've got 1 or 2 options on that left side this season. Between him, Grealish and Doku. McTominay, well done by Nunez. There's the first yellow card. Not been on the pitch that long either. Matheus Nunes. New signing of Jadon Sancho, who's back in the good books at Old Trafford apparently, or the new signing Joshua Zirkzee. Anthony waiting to maybe see some action as well for Manchester United.
What is endocardius?
The upper part of the stomach, where the esophagus or gullet ends. This is for
picked up by
fighting
Kovacic in the middle of the pitch, but promptly given away again. And given away yet again.
When I
Haaland.
was younger, I had to take medicine to get my teeth worked on. I no longer
That
need
was
to
a
do
loose one from Savio.
That was just very loose football. That little passage we've just seen was clumsy.
When I was 4, I had open
It's
heart
hard looking at
surgery.
it.
Dr. Monte Carlo.
It's Covey Street. 1-2 in the queue ahead of him for a game out wide. Casemiro to look at him behind. Fernandes here! Not what he wanted.
Well, it looked as if he did
Damn,
time it
man.
perfectly, unlike the last time when he found the top corner. And I was expecting something better than that. I was expecting a higher dink.
Nunes. Haaland wanted it. Savio gets it. Nunes wants it back again.
No!
He's been running for it. And Martinez, they did miss him. They really did miss him last season. Tigerish, committed defender. And not for the first time today, he's over to shut the door.
No nonsense. Just dealt with it. And this was the one over the top. You can see that he's onside, and Akanji's got to try and make the ground up, and keeper's off his line. I think he could have looked to chip it.
What a ball by Casemiro that was, by the way. Deep in the end.
Yeah, well,
And they're just going behind from Akanji. Deep in the air, though. There'll be another corner. Savio's corner. Johnny Evans was determined to win that. Back by Rico Lewis. And the play's going to be pulled back with a City player down in the penalty area. By the way, we got a shot at the United bench. Of course, Ruud van Nistelrooy has joined the coaching team.
In 2016, I was diagnosed with a lymphoma kidney disease.
Again, according to the manager, that
I had
all
to
the
do
attacking
cancer
players in the squad
treatments,
are delighted to have
chemo.
his influence on affairs. And there's huge
I
respect for him.
survived that. And then in
So that's a good addition.
2019,
Steve McLaren has moved out. He's gone to Jamaica.
Yeah. It's Toby Collier getting some instructions from Eric Ten Hag. Hasn't really been able to get involved so far since coming on. Big crowd, isn't it? In Wembley. I think it was 88,000 the crowd when your Charity Shield took place against Everton. So a lot of people see this as something of a warm-up exercise for the season, but the support for it's pretty big, and there is the silverware on the day. And this has been competitive enough. Bob's looking for a 1-2. Oh, it's very well watched. Casemiro getting the foot in there. United have looked pretty resilient. Casemiro off the outside of the boot towards Garnacho, not quite. But United's plan is pretty much as it was in the FA Cup final. Contain and then counter swiftly.
Yeah, it's probably the easiest way of doing it. Just defend in numbers and then just look to get something really efficient on counter-attack.
Rico Lewis, but the flag is waving on that far side. Something we were talking about before the game, you and me, Jim, about Manchester City. Not many changes to the squad, and you hear a lot of professionals, I don't know what your view is, they say you need a couple of new players to come in through the door just to shake things up and freshen it up. City haven't had that really, have they?
I would agree with that, but I think there's still time for that to happen. I mean, when does the window close now? Is it the 2nd of September?
It's just before that.
Is it just before that? Okay, well, there's still plenty of time to do some good business.
Which they probably are going to do. One player they keep being linked with, there's no sign of it really happening, is Bruno Guimaraes, the Newcastle United midfield player. Newcastle fans do not want to lose him, nor will Eddie Howe. So there'll be a long argument and a lot of talk about that. The money'd have to be big, but it is a player that City admire. We do know that. But they're not the only ones who admire him, by the way. G. Guardiola.
I had to take care of something.
She didn't really break in. He hasn't really broken in yet, has he? As a City regular. Hit part so far.
Well, it's as if, I mean, Pep don't put him in the side or start him, certainly, unless a certain standard is hit. And you just wonder whether he's still trying to reach that standard. And again, there is some phenomenal talent.
Fernandes early ball, Garnacho. Rashford wants an early ball, gets it. Does he finish it?
No!
Instead. Oh, what a moment for Manchester United. Had to go in, doesn't go in.
And, you know, you've just seen an example, a perfect example of the game plan. This is exactly what they hope to do. And it's beautifully set up by Garnacho. He shinned it, you know. He didn't get it with his foot. He got it with his shin pad in the end. Just look at the contact. It's above his foot, and that's why it's come off the post and not found the back of the net. It should have.
It's a beautiful move. Lee Carsley, who will be considering all options, and of course Marcus Rashford, not picked by England, and Gareth Southgate for the European Championships would be hoping to break back in. that United have the chance there to maybe win this Community Shield and inflict another defeat on City. To that point, the move was perfectly executed. It was a glorious ball by Garnacho.
He couldn't have set Rashford up any better. I know it's on his left foot, or his left shin, as opposed to his right, but still, he should be tucking it away.
There is Ruud van Nistelrooy. One of the great goal scorers in Manchester United's recent history, of course, and if the strikers and attacking players can't learn a thing or two from him, I'd be surprised. It's Collier. Diogo Dalot. Rashford couldn't control it. That was a big moment. You felt there that might have been something, okay, it's the Community Shield, so something to really get him going for the season if he'd have come up with a possible winning goal in this Wembley showpiece game.
Well, you never know. I mean, missing that might get him going now. Might just add to it.
Yeah, that's an interesting school of thought, Jim. Let's see. Is this way of playing against Manchester City, might this be used as a template by other clubs this season?
But lots have tried it. But the one thing when you're playing against Manchester City, their speciality is finding space. Their ability to become space invaders, if you like. Manchester United, I think, certainly in the FA Cup final, deprived them of that largely. And I think they've done likewise today. They've made it tougher. But there are lots of teams that try to do the same and then concede again. And, you know, once you're at that point, then you're struggling. But Manchester United have done really well to dig in and maintain this clean sheet.
Space Invaders, that's a good name for a TV show, Jim. Here's Rashford. Now Garnacho. Breakout season for him last year. Got a chance here to hit one. He scored that wonder goal against Everton. I think just about everybody's goal of the season.
I was there that day. It's
lucky you.
Quite incredible. Technical perfection.
And for United's problems, he broke through and Kobe Mainoo broke through as well. United corner. 79th minute. Rashford with a header. Oh, and McTominay couldn't find his or get them organised to turn that home.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that the language he's using there to describe what's just happened. He ghosted into position thinking that, yes, he's going to time it. And then he got his timing wrong as he swung his right foot at it and didn't connect. A fraction too late. Maybe he would have been better off just sticking the left out.
Time came up with so many important goals for Scotland to get them qualified for the Euros. There's Bernardo Silva coming on his 30th birthday. Can he cap the occasion with a goal? There's always transfer speculation about he might be on his way out of City, but he never is. A wonderful player, of course. Did score at the Euros against Turkey.
And here he is.
Involved straight away. Up there with Haaland.
Haaland, man.
Here he is. Lewis wide. And now Bob. Gets another bite at it. Two huge chances for Manchester United. But they've looked the gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah, McAtee was departed now for Silva. He was unlucky in hitting the upright in the first half, but I think United will be kicking themselves for not converting by now.
So still we wait the first
We're waiting for the first goal, and if there's no goal after the 90 minutes, it's no extra time, straight to PKs. Straight to PKs.
A classy turn, but he couldn't go on. Can he streak and bring it away?
Tomer's right. Aliens exist.
Fernandez, always the spark point. Garnacho.
Shoot!
Chance here for the youngster.
Yeah! Yeah!
Garnacho for Manchester United scores at Wembley again.
Yeah! Woo!
By a brilliant young player.
I think the experience he's gained in recent times has helped him be able to execute that. Because once he set his target for coming inside, you knew he was going to unleash at one stage. Now there's a moment just coming up when he comes in that he could have hit it. And he thought, no, I'll just take an extra touch and just see what opens up. And more space opened up, and he's able to just tuck it away in the near post corner. And it's a cracking goal. And this fella is beginning to enjoy this big Wembley stage.
The composure there was quite something to behold. He stopped, he had a think, he looked up. Where can I put this? Into the corner.
Well, there was no panic. He didn't feel rushed. He didn't feel he was going to be shut down. He had the confidence to take it on.
Marcus Rashford's gone off. Meanwhile, while you were looking at all the read, and Jadon Sancho is back, used as a false nine on the tour, back from Dortmund. Of course, he was kind of sent to a footballing Siberia last season after his fallout with Eric Ten Hag. But I think part of the Ineos takeover of the football operation and part of Eric Ten Hag staying was that they would try to get that all sorted out and end the Cold War.
And incidentally, I didn't mention it when the goal was scored by Garnacho. I think it's deserved. I think it's merited on what we've seen in the second half.
Once again, Manchester United's contain and counter tactics working at Wembley against their great city rivals. They're the team that can't stop winning the Premier League title, but find it rather harder to win this Community Shield.
Well, at the moment, they are staring at 4 in a row defeats.
I think fair to say Pep Guardiola won't be losing an awful lot of sleep over it, but make no mistake about it, he will not be wanting to lose this game. Not when it's a Manchester derby, not when it's at Wembley.
Here we go. I know what Garnacho is just taking this on another level, but Bernardo Silva seemed to make some contact with him and he's ended up on the deck.
Check it out again here. Oh. Well, he meant that all right, didn't he, Bernardo?
Yeah.
And the only card he's getting for his birthday so far is a yellow one.
Yeah.
Being the perfectionist he is. Might even get it. You wouldn't have done in years gone by when the players had to take their own shirts home and clean them. Yes, that did happen, believe me. Maybe not in the top flight. Carvalho. Savio to lay it inside. Nunez with a smart turn. And again, United crowding out the men in the sky blue.
You can't let Man City. Oh!
$78,000 crowd here today.
58,000.
Reminder, Manchester United start their Premier League campaign at home to Fulham next Friday night. When Manchester City go to Chelsea,
78,000 people, bro.
in their first assignment.
Come on. The more longer you take, the more time's going to be added.
8 days from now.
Kick the ball. Kick the ball. We goalie can't touch the ball outside the box. I don't care if it's a free kick or not.
87th minute, man. 1 up. But that very good goal from Alejandro Garnacho. What does it all mean, Jim?
Well, for Erik ten Hag, it means an awful lot because, okay, put the defeats in USA in pre-season, but to be back up English soil and to be able to beat the team that's won 4 in a row.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
That would be a big plus for him. And then considering the influx of new players we're going to see at Manchester United, it all seems to be going in the right direction, which is exactly what he wants. I think ultimately for Manchester City, they're not going to be overly bothered about this. They've lost before, and they've still gone on and won the Premier League. And of course, they're favourites once more.
Toby Collier to Johnny Evans. Yeah, it'll be useful for Erik ten Hag by way of a keynote speech just ahead of the sit-in, maybe. If United hold on, they haven't got there yet, of course. Could be late drama. Savio. It's done pretty well. Looked lively since he's come on. Akanji to play it wide. Here's Bob. With a big chance in the first half. Nico Lewis to play it wide. Lewis does very well there. And there's Bernardo Silva with a birthday equaliser. Late on.
I told you all. I told you. I told you. I told you.
United foiled with the finishing post in sight.
Not a mic fucking problem.
You know, as I was watching that move forward for Manchester City, at one stage, Martinez was back in the left back spot and Dallo was inside.
Wow.
But that's just lovely footwork, and it's too easy really for Oscar Bob to be able to slip away from Martinez. And Calistri, I mentioned the fact that he's not a natural defender and he hasn't stayed with Bernardo Silva, but this guy is a superstar and he keeps doing good things and he keeps having a great influence on this team in light blue. And there's another.
And it means we could be going to penalties. Late show for Manchester City on his 30th birthday. Bernardo Silva wanted that ball most. Carvalho is coming off here. Kevin De Bruyne is on, presumably to take a penalty. And Nathan Ake as well.
Well, Ake will just slot in at left back. And who knows what De Bruyne can bring to this now.
He usually brings quite a lot, but he hasn't had too much opportunity to do it, not with a matter of only stoppage time to play. Martinez to Casemiro. Two-touch football from United. McTominay to Garnacho. 5 minutes of added time. Bruno Fernandes obviously came back from the Euros, or came back into training very fit. They've left him out there the whole 90. This is his first game since the Euros. Now then, De Bruyne. Couldn't make it work, might get another chance here.
Yeah, on both occasions, he had eyes purely for Haaland to reinstate that understanding.
33 years of age now, and there was some talk he might be going to the Middle East, but Pep Guardiola was quick to say he's staying. Here is De Bruyne again. Could they turn around completely, City? Fernandes again, they're looking for that early ball into the space. Okay.
That's a handball!
Yeah, it's no foul. And the referee's assistant was within half a yard there.
Yeah, Ake was indecisive and he got caught.
It was a handball.
Remember, no extra time. It will go straight to a penalty shootout in 2.5 minutes' time, unless there's another goal.
So Ake's been penalised for a handball.
Yeah.
It did come off his hand.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jim. Hence the free kick. Bruno Fernandes to play it in.
What a sucky fucking kick. Get back in your net! Fucking idiot.
To hit it long. It's Jadon Sancho.
I'm not surprised now Casemiro is spending quite a bit of time looking over his shoulder at KDB.
Manchester United have already won a penalty shootout at Wembley this year in that dramatic FA Cup semi-final against Coventry City. Kovacic, good play from him. That's opened things up a little. Savio. Kovacic, Nico Lewis, De Bruyne into a great area. Just wanted a touch from somebody.
Yeah, well, I think initially he was looking for Haaland front post, but Haaland never quite made the run.
Last minute, or we think it will be, of the added time. Toby Collier, loose ball picked up by De Bruyne. Now Akanji for Manchester City is their one last chance in this. Lewis. De Bruyne is on the wrong foot, but that's it. 1-1 at the end of the 90 minutes. Straight to penalties. Garnacho thought he won it for Manchester United. I think we all did, but Bernardo Silva had other ideas, and his header means that the Community Shield ends in a 1-1 draw, which will be decided from the penalty spot in just a moment or two. Enjoyable.
So to penalties we will go. We'll rejoin Ian and Jim in a moment. Shaka and Don alongside. Got better. Second half.
We had shots on target, so that's a marked improvement.
Let's be fair. Like Don's playing career, the bar was low.
Man United should have won the game in the second half. They should have. Scott McTominay had a great chance. They scored a great goal. Garnacho, I was thinking, only been on the pitch 15 minutes, he was the best player by a mile because he showed his quality, he had enthusiasm. But then you can't write off Bernardo Silva. Yeah, I mean, great skill from Oscar Bob to get him the chance. But yeah, I think it's a good exercise for both teams.
That's how they'll see it, Shaq, as an exercise.
Yeah, I think particularly for Manchester City, you get 90 minutes, you introduce Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne comes on late, but that doesn't really count. Other than that, for United, I thought, to your point, they were the better of the two teams in the second half. Garnacho comes on, is absolutely outstanding. That's all pluses for United. Sad that they didn't see it out. But, you know, I guess spoiled share, this is about right.
Let's take you through the goals then, in case you missed them. Starting off with Garnacho, who came off the bench. And as Don said, just made an impression straight away, didn't he? Looked lively, looked up for it, which you couldn't say about some of the players on the pitch today.
No, I think Bruno Fernandes with the assist, he recognised that Garnacho is a fine young player who's getting better and better. And it gives Man United more options when they go forward. Because he runs in behind, he's got quality, he's direct, he takes players on. This is what he's starting to add to his games from last season, is getting goals. He was brilliant. It was a whole new Man United side when he came on alone, and it's a stunning finish.
Yeah, you could just see that his presence just lifted everything, and that's something for United to be excited about come the start of the new season. And meanwhile, for Manchester City, it looked like Garnacho's goal would be enough to seal the deal, but then, of course, City score an 8. Oscar Bob, who's caught the eye in pre-season, with the chance here.
But this is the earlier chance with Rashford. United, to make the point that Manchester United really should have won this game. Guilt-edged, but then United get their goal, and then Oscar Bob, and as we've seen all pre-season, he is just so quick. In the space of 4 yards,
Martinez.
he gets a 2-yard gap on Lisandro Martinez, who is Manchester United's arguably best defender, and then stand the ball up to the middle of the box, just 6 yards out. Kind of the area that you normally see Erling Haaland kind of sniffing around, but then Bernardo Silva gets a jump on Pelistri, very good header in the end. So from both those perspectives, I thought that was City's best moment. Just why it took 88 minutes to come about is another question.
So then down to penalties. Manchester United against Manchester City. You see Bruno's about to step up to take the opener for United. Let's go back to Ian and Jim.
So here's the drama of the shootout. Everybody enjoys this, probably, with the exception of the players involved. Must be a nerve-wracking affair. There's a great passage, if you ever get the chance to read Andrea Pirlo's book about this. It spends about 2 pages describing the agony of walking from the centre circle to the penalty spot to take it, and all the thoughts that must go through your mind. Of course, they work on this, they worked on the psychological side, but nothing really can quite create the actual shootout itself.
Oh, fuck.
City, of course, lost on penalties to Arsenal last year. United, as I was telling you, won that shootout against Coventry in the FA Cup semi. Here's the first one, 5 each. Bruno Fernandes, regular spot kick taker, and scores, as he nearly always does.
Yeah, he's renowned for his penalty taking, and he sent Edison the wrong way. That was quite plain and simple. Captain stepping up first.
Bernardo Silva, having already scored in normal time, will now look to repeat the trick from the penalty spot. Up against Onana.
He stopped it! Woo! Woo! Yeah, Onana!
Penalty.
Yeah! Onana! Woo!
Well, for me, it just lacked conviction, and there's no real run-up. He's just stepped up to it. It's at a nice height, and it's nowhere near the corner. So Onana had every chance of getting there, and he did.
Diogo Dalot, who did score in that shootout against Coventry City. The only one who missed was Casemiro in that one.
Yeah!
I fancy Edison got something on that. He may be at the post as well.
Oh,
Yeah, but there was no conviction.
Man
about
United.
this one, but there was real conviction about
that's
this
my
one.
team.
And I think Edison thought he was going to get enough
My England
to be
team.
able to beat it away.
My U.S. team is the Philadelphia Union.
Made it happen.
Kevin Sullivan, who made his debut a few weeks ago, and I seen it, is going to Man City. I respect him as a player, and I will cheer for him when he's on Man City. But I'm a Man United fan. Onana's got to save this. Let's keep it 2-0.
Easily done by the nervous Kevin De Bruyne.
Still 2-1. We can go up 3-1 right here, baby. We can win the Premier League.
He just,
Well,
practiced that little pause.
it's not what you're going to win.
Basically started
Yeah, long way
to
till that.
his right and tucked it in on the other
Long
side.
way.
Alejandro Garnacho.
Alejandro Garnacho.
He's already given an ample demonstration of his talents.
Alejandro Garnacho. Please, please.
Which he does.
Yeah! Alejandro Garnacho.
Ruined his reputation for these fans. And this was super cool. Once more, super cool. Picked his spot.
Let's
He
go!
needed behind it.
Oh,
Next it's Erling Haaland.
here comes Holland. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, God. The Norwegian, here he comes, baby.
He had a quiet game, I think it's fair to say.
He has had a quiet day.
His deals with Manchester
But let's just be
United
honest. He is the GOAT of the Premier League. I mean, he's come over, boom, 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 boom. Dude's a headed machine. It's huge. He smiled at him. As I guess.
Fans behind that goal, trying to put him off.
Ah!
3 penalties gone, all 3 in for United, 2 for City.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's a bit of fun and games going on here with Onana saying, yeah, you're going to put it over there. And then you put it the other side. And now
Come on,
I
man.
think it's Sancho
You gotta-
stepping up. Yeah,
Don't dive until the ball is hit.
You could write several chapters about Manchester United already. Here he is from the spot.
If you guys enjoy this. Whoa,
Winning
hello.
the last 2 penalties, they win this.
It is 3-2 United.
And he doesn't. Great save, has to be said.
They just missed. United missed a kick. It's still 3-2 United.
And that opens
Onana
it
has
back
to
up
save
again.
this to win the game. If Onana lets it go.
Deserves a lot of credit here. Again, it's not right in the corner, and it is at that nice height. But this time, unlike the earlier one, he did get enough.
That has to cross the line. It didn't.
And was able to see it.
Onana has to save this, I believe, to win.
No pressure then on your debut.
No pressure. No pressure.
Just to level it up.
Let's go clinch it. Don't.
He's done that. Perfect.
3-3 Man City. 3-3 United.
Hard into the corner.
Now the pressure's on. Casemiro is next up.
Who did miss.
Casemiro is kicking for United. Casemiro is kicking for United. I cannot technically show you the game because I will get banned on YouTube for copyrighted.
Player part of a great Real Madrid.
I'm trying to make the volume. I don't know if you can really hear it or not. Probably not, because my mic probably fucked up or set a different mic. Because usually when I'm watching UFC, I usually have it in the background, unless they copyright me. But all right, Casemiro scores. Casemiro scores. Man United has to save this, or it's just going to go on and on and on and on, man.
Yeah, simple, easy, uncomplicated.
You got to save this to win. You got to save this.
Which he does need to score.
Wait.
Otherwise, it's.
Oh, yeah. I'm right. Of course I'm right. Save it.
And he does.
Ah!
So confident.
Oh, bro. Oh, my goodness.
He says.
What's that, the goalie?
Like he always behaves, just very, very cool and calm. And what's all the fuss?
Oh, like, come on, man.
On the list originally.
Scott McTominay.
Scott McTominay scoring. I mean, not scoring. He hasn't scored yet. Or if he's going to score. But
quite a hurry to take it. But puts it in. Keeps United's noses in.
McTominay scores. This needs to be saved. Come on, Onana. Come on, Onana. You got to save this to win this. You got to save this to win this. You got to save this to win this, bro. Oh, my goodness.
Well, putting this in the back of the head might do his Manchester City career some good here.
Again, the United fans doing everything they can. Nunez to keep Manchester City alive in this shootout. And he does. There is no stopping those. Top corner. Nobody's ever stopped one in the top corner. Ever.
Smashed. Absolutely smashed. Totally convincing. Great.
Oh, my goodness, bro.
5-5 after 6 penalties.
Now you got to score this to even win.
This is Sandro Martinez. Not somebody who might have had anywhere up near the top of the list, but
does he take PK practices though?
oh, cool as you like.
This is really well taken. And again, he just hesitates, see where the keeper's moving and places it elsewhere. And now Ruben Diaz, another centre back.
It means once again, City
Oh,
coming
boy.
second. Have to score just to stay
Oh,
in it.
boy. Oh, boy.
And they do again. And so it goes on.
Johnny Evans.
Oh,
I mean, it's a run of centre backs at the moment. Evans has got to keep it all together now.
well, I don't have a file in front of me about this, but I'm guessing Johnny Evans wouldn't have taken a lot of penalties in his career. He's taking this one.
It's 6-6. It just keeps going back and forth. Nobody has saved anything.
8th on the Manchester United list. Oh, he's
Man United missed.
But that's not the end of it.
That's not the end of it, though.
One to come.
If Man City scores, they will win the game.
For Switzerland against England at the Euros puts this in. City will be back from the brink to lift this trophy.
And that's why you haven't seen Evans taking penalties.
I was just thinking, I can't remember him ever taking one.
Why would you even let him then?
So here's a Kanji. with the chance
I felt like my neck was
to win the
sideways for a second.
Community Shield for Manchester City. He's done it. City lift the trophy after losing this in the last 3 years. And Manchester United, who thought they probably had it wrapped up late in the game, will go home empty-handed this time.
Another disappointment.
That was pretty dramatic.
Man City wins.
Well, it was. The fact that it kind of dragged on a little more than we were expecting initially, but I think Manchester United will be angry at themselves because they had the game sewn up at one stage and they allowed Manchester City back in, and they really shouldn't have.
So City trophy on the day. Have to say though, a pretty encouraging performance by Eric Ten
God
Hag's Manchester
damn
United in
sons
many other ways.
bitches.
1-1 after 90 minutes. City winning on penalties. For the moment, let's hand you back to the FC team.
It took 16 penalties then to separate the two Manchester clubs, but in the end, it's Manchester's.
Yeah, so close, but yet just so far away. $5 p.m. these fights are. Oh my God. Prelims or 5 p.m. Okay, fight night. Top ranked boxing. UFC fight night. Do we go live for UFC fight night? Maybe. I don't know. These are on the UFC. This is just like, small. I don't want to say not good people, but they're UFC fighters. Of course they're good. Oh, boy. Another disappointment. All right, I'm probably going to be reading some comic books here in a few minutes. So thank you all for watching this game or listening or whatever you could hear. Thank you. And I appreciate it. Have a good day.